Well, numerous trucks have been torched in various parts of the country in the past few days. Is it just a coincidence, or is there something more sinister at play here? Well, the All Truck Drivers Foundation, has been protesting the hiring of foreign nationals and further disrupted traffic in KwaZulu-Natal over the weekend. Let's now cross to our reporters, Manqoba Mchunu, who is in Germiston, and Thuba Vilane, who is in Durban. Good to have you both, colleagues. Good morning to you. But let me start with you there, Thuba Vilane. I mean, we're seeing there, trucks, of course, being torched. There seems to be violence. What's the story then? Also, do we know who could be behind some of these violence and just the torching of trucks and just, the sinister that we're seeing here when it comes to truck drivers?
It's very difficult to say for now who could be behind all these incidents that we have seen in the recent while. But what we know for now is that, for example, yesterday there was a march in Durban where the eNCA members were protesting. And one of the things or the concerns that they raised is the issue of hiring the foreign nationals and even in the truck industry. They are saying that as from the 1st of December, they are expecting no truck to be driven by a foreign national that will be entering the Durban hub. We understand that today there's going to be a meeting that is going to be between the MEC for Transport, MEC Beginpuli, together with the truck industry that include truck owners as well as the drivers, in trying to get to come up with a solution in this matter. But to say, so far in the recent incident, there hasn't been any serious issues reported in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. But that doesn't exclude us or keep us out of the problem, because many trucks that are traveling on this route where we are on the N3 are from the Durban harbour to other provinces such as Free State and Gauteng. So that affects the movement of goods that are being transported. So that's why the Premier of KwaZulu-Natal, said he needs this thing to be addressed as soon as possible. But beside that, I mean, I just had a chat with one of the truck driver who had his truck broke here. And when I spoke to him, he told me that he's not scared at all, because he knows that he's a South African. But only thing that worries him is that when they attack, they don't ask whether you are a foreigner or you are a South African. They will just attack a truck, and they will also find themselves being attacked for no reason.
Yeah.
But for now, we haven't had any serious issues. Few minutes ago, we just saw a number of police, metro police that came here, and they told us that they are patrolling the road between the N3 as well as on the N2 to check if everything is in order and to ensure that truck drivers are safe. But again, on Sunday, we are told that here at the Marine Hill Toll Plaza, the police had to turn away some of the trucks because there was a protest that took place here, apparently by the truck drivers. But we will try to speak to them. Truck drivers themselves, they've agreed to talk to us, the organization called All Truck Drivers Foundation. They've agreed to talk to us at 9. So we will try to pose more questions on them, but they have so far distanced themselves on the recent incidents that have taken place.
Yeah, it seems the situation is quite serious there, Thuba Vilane. I mean, we understand there that about 9 trucks were actually set alight on the N3 highway just near KwaZulu-Natal this weekend alone. But let me bring it back to Gauteng now, where Manqoba Mchunu is, of course, standing by in Johannesburg in City Deep. I mean, colleague, when you look at some of these, events that have happened in KwaZulu-Natal, in Gauteng, you then tend to wonder, where is the voice of the Minister of the Police? Where's the voice of the Minister of Transport? But also, where's the voice of the Minister of Labour in this? Have we heard word from them?
Well, Tumelo, at this point, we haven't heard from either of the ministers about what it is that they have to say, or whether there are any plans that they are going to meet or talk about this issue, because you will recall, Tumelo, that this is a long-standing issue. In fact, in July, we did see a national shutdown also taking place, and many of the trucks were also attacked. There was also fear among many of the truck drivers due to the fact that there were incidents of violence linked to that national shutdown that took place in July. And of course, we did see a meeting taking place between the truck drivers associations as well as the Minister of Labour, Thuba, where they had promised that a document would be produced in about 2 weeks' time by the Labour Minister to try and deal with some of these issues that were raised by the truck drivers. You will recall that some of them include, of course, the fact that they don't want to see foreign truck drivers driving here in South Africa. They're saying that they want South African-owned trucks to actually be driven by South African drivers, saying that there are a lot of unemployed drivers that are sitting at home, that are not working. That is because the truck industry here in South Africa is simply hiring more foreign nationals than South Africa. So these are issues we're not cheering for the first time. And of course, we are expecting to see whether the police minister, the transport minister, and the Minister of Labour, Thuba, will actually meet or have anything to say on this issue, given the seriousness of the attacks that we've seen. There were almost 20 of those attacks here in Gauteng just between Thursday and Sunday. And of course, I'm here in Germiston right now, Tumelo, where we've heard a report of yet another truck being torched last night around about 9 o'clock in the evening at one of the truck stops here in Wadeville. So the situation quite serious at this stage. But of course, there are also speculation and also reports that this could be linked to the ongoing national shutdown. We do know that the national shutdown, but the All Truck Drivers Foundation started yesterday. In fact, they handed over a memorandum to Transnet yesterday. But of course, the All Truck Drivers Foundation also distancing itself from these attacks. But I just want to bring in Mandla Mngomezulu, who is, in fact, from the All Truck Drivers Foundation. Mandla, thank you for your time. Let's start here. We're seeing similar sort of a situation playing itself out as we saw in July, where we see trucks being attacked at a time when you are holding a national shutdown. Is this just a coincidence?
No, we can't say that, because our drivers and our members, we always spoke to them about how to protest. It's what they are doing. In those incidents of burning trucks, we suspect there's a criminal element, but we suspect every time when there is a shutdown, there are trucks that are being burned. We suspect that maybe the people, they want to divert the focus, the real problem. They want so that we concentrate on the burning of the trucks, not the real issue. The real issue are the companies. They are failing to comply with the law, because we are not just complaining. We have the law that is stated clear. We only employ a foreign national on a critical skill. A driving is not a scarce skill. We have a lot of drivers. Even today, the companies, they are busy retrenching South Africans, but they are leaving foreigners. That means it's not just because they have a problem. They don't want South African. Our question is that why they are still operating in South Africa while they hate South African? Because those employers, they want to make a lot of money. That's why they don't want South Africans.
But can you guarantee that it's not your members that are actually involved?
No, it's not our members. I'm sure that it's not our members, because our members, they know that they can't protest by burning the trucks. They can't protest by shooting other people. We protect daylight.
Okay. I have to hold it that man due to time constraints. We obviously are going to speak more with you on this issue. But let me come back to you, Tumelo. The All Truck Drivers Foundation, as you've just heard, distancing themselves from these attacks, in fact, insisting that it is criminal elements that are behind these attacks.
All right, then. Well, of course, thank you so much to both of you, Thuba, Vilane and Manqoba, Mchunu, for bringing highlight to this issue.